Thanks, that's good of you.
You guys are doing a great job.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So let's have a chat about BlockO. So,
Good.
if you don't mind, tell me about yourself. What do you do?
So my name is Mark Welsby. My background is in commercial interior design and fitting out. I've designed and overseen the fit out of many millions of square feet of office space over the years. Some residential, but mainly commercial. So now we are the UK agent for BlockO. And we're superbly proud because we've been to one or two events. But this event, we're at London Olympia and it's the London Build Expo 2025.
Yeah.
We were invited along by Quiet Mark. They're a global, it's a charity, but it's a business that rates acoustic products. So we've been accredited by Quiet Mark, which in itself is an accolade. And this one has met their accreditation.
Okay.
And they invited us, so they are providing this to the show.
Yeah.
And they invited us as one of their accredited suppliers to provide the pods.
Brilliant.
So we took them up on the offer, and here we are. And the response has been remarkable.
Brilliant, brilliant. And I love the sound. You could tell there's a difference from being in here where it's like almost dead quiet versus outside where it's kind of loud, let's be honest. It's a bit crazy.
They're right.
This is like a nice little perfect getaway from all of that stuff.
Yeah.
This is awesome. I love it. I love the quality, I love the look, I love the feel, I love that.
It's great. I don't know if you know, but when Steve Jobs was designing the Apple Mac, he said, I'll design this as well as I possibly can and then let other people decide what they're going to do with it. How could he possibly have known what everybody was going to do with an Apple Mac?
Yeah.
And when we first saw these products, we thought, oh my goodness, great potential. I wonder if other people can see the potential and almost regard them as a blank canvas on which to do their own thing. And that has been more than vindicated yesterday and today, the 2 days of the show, because we've had 4 or 5 different people, different walks of life, different industry experience and everything else, wanting to take these pods and turn them into businesses in their own right.
Yeah.
One guy wants to lease them off us and let them out in co-working space in South Wales.
Brilliant idea.
Another young lady wants to leave her current occupation and do with these like a podcasting business.
Love that.
And there's a company in the States that that BlockO from Finland sells a lot into, and they provide a podcasting and event sort of recording thing.
Yeah.
So they let these out to weddings, ceremonies, all sorts of things like that, and people are invited in to a little bit like a photo booth. They come in and they say how much they've enjoyed the day and how great they think the couple's going to be and all of that, and then they get a video at the end of it which captures the day.
Yeah. Beautiful.
So this company in America, really this girl, wants to do something like that here.
Yeah.
So that's one. We've had a number of companies, and we've had a number of Finnish companies
That hadn't heard of it.
who hadn't heard of it.
Really? Okay.
And we hadn't heard of them.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty of this, something like this. And of course, the synergy is like remarkable.
Yeah.
And so we've had. It's hard to put into words what it's been like, but from people who want to take our outdoor pod, this comes in an outdoor version.
Yeah.
We've met a fantastic guy in construction with big resources. Overnight, we confirmed with the factory in Finland that these pods can be lifted, they can be craned straight over a building. So this guy wants to put them into gardens. He also wants to put them into space that he lets out.
Okay.
It could be on a 2 to 3 year basis.
Yeah.
While the developer's getting planning consent.
Yep.
He makes the most of the space by outdoor storage, car parking, things like that.
Yeah.
He wants these outdoor pod version, the version of this in an outdoor pod, with his bespoke.
That one over there, then?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
With his bespoke interior in it.
Yeah.
So he wants a one-man office in this.
Yeah.
That he can lift and drop onto his sites.
Yeah. It's a brilliant
so people
idea.
have come to us.
Yeah. And
said,
We want it.
We want it.
Yeah.
We'll take that.
Yeah.
And we will use that product
Yeah.
to build our business with.
What's that been like? What's that been like to have that type of conversation? And,
Well,
see people are
I mean,
interested as you are?
just phenomenal. I think the response has been overwhelming, and we're 3/4 of the way through the 2 days.
Yeah.
So there's time yet. The most amazing people have walked into this quiet zone and just broadened our horizons. You know, as I'm sure somebody at Apple would be amazed at what's done on their machines.
True.
I
Very true.
think in the next 6 months, I think we'll be amazed to see where these pods are.
Yes.
They lend themselves, as you know, to wrapping.
Yep.
Certainly branding, company branding. There's a number of people who have seen our banners with Ferrari, M&S, Bentley.
Yeah, I've seen Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola.
Yeah, exactly.
All of these things.
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
Coca-Cola's a fantastic one
Yeah.
because you wrap it on the outside like a Coca-Cola can,
Yeah.
and then on the inside you put the tin, the top
The
with
top of
with
the
a
can.
ring put on it.
Yeah.
Because it can all be branded, and beyond our wildest dreams, you know, when people come to you and say, well, look, would you like to partner us? You don't pay for the space, but you provide everything else. It's always a gamble, I suppose.
Yeah.
You always wonder, well, what's the return going to be on this?
Yeah, true.
Well, we couldn't be more pleased. About 3 years ago, I came across this product and wanted to specify it into my schemes, and found it was unavailable in the UK. So I found it was Finnish, a good friend of mine at the time, Andy Sontag, who's also my partner in this business. We'd seen this and we thought it had great potential. So I contacted the factory, and I now know the owner very, very well, family-run business in Finland. And Yoko has been a fantastic guy. He's an engineer by trade, so we'll come to it, but these products are superbly engineered.
Yeah.
And we said, Yoko, look, we want to get them. And he said, well, look, we don't provide them to the UK yet. We don't have anyone in the UK to represent us. But the UK is on our radar because we think there's great potential there.
Yeah.
So, long story short, we said, well, we'll do that. When BlockO first came to this country, when they said, okay, Mark, we'll back you,
Yeah.
they were good enough to say, we'll send 2 pods over to Clerkenwell Design Week.
Yeah.
A couple of years ago, they sent one of their guys across, and the factory asked for some video for their social things. Fortunately, the guy was doing it from BlockO, and he'd obviously done it quite a few times.
Yeah.
Very, very, very smooth at it. And then they said, and now we want to hear from BlockO UK. So Mark, it's your big chance.
Yeah.
And oh my God, it was so nerve-wracking. But
bet it was.
fortunately, in the last couple of years, as people have got to want to hear more about what we're doing,
Yeah.
it's a little bit easier.
Awesome. So you got loads of practice. That's why you're so
practice.
good at this. I might
Yeah,
have to
thank
take
you.
a few tips from you. Okay. Let's do one of these questions I've got here. So we've got, what's one challenge you face when trying to stand out or explain what makes you different?
The challenge we have is getting people to see the product in the flesh. Because once you do that, really, your job is almost done. And I can tell you from fact how that happened to me. You know, obviously I'd only seen pictures of it when I phoned Finland and said, you know, would like those. And we'd already done a lot of talking, a lot of negotiating, a lot of things. By the time the Finns said, yeah, we'll send you 2 pods. So I was in a shared showroom in Clerkenwell at the time, and these 2 big crates turned up. And I thought, this is like a bit make or break. You know, there's a lot riding on this. We've taken the showroom space, which isn't cheap in Clerkenwell, and a number of other things. And anyway, so first of all, because they're made in 2 halves, the great big the ring shape itself lay down on the floor, and then another one on top of it. Then it stood up, and I increasingly became more confident that it was actually going to be all right. And then when I saw it finished, I thought, this is fabulous. because it's hard to judge the scale of something from a picture, and it's hard to say, well, isn't it going to be cramped in there for like people sitting up or whatever, and what are your feet going to do in a circle, and all of these things, and all my potential fears were allayed, because I thought, you know, and I thought, I hope other people like this as much as I do. And that's why we do things like this, because if you can show people the products in the flesh, then you don't actually have to do an awful lot of talking. I'll never stop talking.
So it's almost like seeing and feeling and hearing is believing.
Well, I mean, it really is.
Yeah.
People, and do you know the interesting thing is, when we were in that shared showroom, the manager, the owner of the showroom, said to me, he said, Mark, after a few months, he said, I'll tell you something. He said, I can often judge the success of something by how many times people walk up to it and touch it. Mm-hmm. And the number of people you see walk up to this is beautiful Italian wall felt on the inside and outside. People want to engage with it. And as I said, these are always full, these booths.
Yeah.
People always have something positive to say about it when they come out. So yes, the biggest challenge is getting people to see them in the flesh. But having said that, these couple of days, we've got what would look like a really good number of opportunities now for people who want to take these and put it in front of their network and their sort of client base and customer base. So I think a lot more people. One guy, a Finnish company, as I said, didn't know of us, we didn't know of them.
Yeah.
£500 million turnover, wants to put this into their enterprise. And with the Finnish link.
Yeah. That's impressive.
And with the performance and the sustainability and everything else. We're seeing him on Tuesday. We're going to the Build Centre in Tottenham Court Road on Tuesday.
Yeah. I'd love to hear how that goes.
I'll let you know.
Yeah, please do.
That's happening within days.
Brilliant. Jenny would love to hear more about that. So let's just wrap up, and so I can set you free to, help continue telling your story to all of the interested people, because there's been loads of people coming by as we've been sat here chatting. So it speaks for itself. So where can people follow you, your work, and learn more about what you do?
Absolutely. So you can see the full range. It is expanding on BlockO.UK. So it's BLOCKO.UK. The email address is hello@blocko.uk, and well, we'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, perfect, awesome.